Hi everybody, welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, after deliberating for more than 4 hours, a jury today found a Hopkinsville man not guilty of burglary, but they deadlocked on an assault charge. During the two-day trial of 27-year-old Lamartine Pierre Coleman, jurors listened to testimony from his fellow defendant, 28-year-old Donald Harris, who took a plea deal with the Commonwealth's attorney. Court records indicate on December 9, 2008, Coleman and Harris were accused of robbing and shooting a Babbage cab driver, William Stokes Jr., in the head. Stokes was flown to Vanderbilt Medical Center in Nashville following the shooting, where he recovered. Well, the mood was somber this morning at Fort Campbell as 39 fallen heroes were recognized for their selfless service and commitment. The soldiers were named distinguished members of the 502nd Infantry Regiment, and family members of the fallen heroes were visibly emotional as they were pinned and received awards on behalf of their loved ones.
We do this, and we do this honor in front of our brigade and regimental colors that you're off to the right, adorned with streamers that were earned with sweat and blood. Our colors represent the lineage and honor of the 2nd Brigade Combat Team and the 502nd Infantry Regiment. Our colors represent past distinguished members of our regiment whose performance in combat were part of the reason why our regiment was awarded such honors.
Meanwhile, 176 soldiers were inducted as honorary members of the regiment, and Source 16 spoke to a couple of inductees about their thoughts on being recognized.
It's a great honor to get recognized. Our deployment was challenging with some soldiers who did just amazing work, and as you just saw, this is a day to honor the fallen and their family members. Just proud to be a part of it, proud to be a part of this brigade and the 502nd Regiment.
It's quite a distinct honor, I'll tell you. It's a fantastic regiment. Everything they do, from the unit history going back to World War II, through Vietnam, through Desert Storm, and with Iraq, and now to be a part of their mission to Afghanistan is quite the honor.
In addition to this morning's ceremony, a memorial dedication ceremony is underway at this hour at the 2nd Brigade Combat Team building. We'll have more details about the dedication ceremony coming up at 10 o'clock tonight with Tammy Hancock. A Mississippi man who was injured in a motorcycle wreck in Callaway County over the weekend has died. State police reported today that 41-year-old Alan Hodges was traveling east on Kentucky 464, the Almo-Shiloh Road in Murray, around 10 o'clock Monday night when he failed to negotiate a curve, causing his motorcycle to run off the road. Police say the motorcycle traveled about 200 feet and Hodges tried to regain control, but the motorcycle overturned and ejected him. According to state police, Hodges was not wearing a helmet. He was transported to Vanderbilt Medical Center where he died from his injuries on Wednesday. A 2-year-old child is in serious condition today after a van overturned on the Purchase Parkway in Graves County last night. Kentucky State Police report that a 1992 Dodge minivan with 7 occupants was traveling south on the parkway, headed to Union City, Tennessee, and approaching the exit 14 merge ramp when an unknown vehicle traveling off the exit ramp merged into the van's path, causing the van to overturn in the median. State police say that a 2-year-old who might not have been properly secured in a child safety seat was ejected from the van when it overturned and had to be flown to a hospital in Memphis for treatment of severe injuries. The remaining occupants in the van were also injured and transported to Jackson Purchase Medical Center in Mayfield for their treatment. Meanwhile, the wreck, along with a disabled helicopter, forced the southbound lanes of the Purchase Parkway to be shut down for several hours last night. After the accident was cleared, a medical helicopter that landed to transport the 2-year-old had mechanical problems and was blocking traffic until a second aircraft landed to deliver parts for repairs. Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd said the best they can tell, the helicopter was flown out around midnight, but the pilot and mechanic did not notify the Transportation Cabinet, so the lane restriction remained until about 5:30 this morning when an employee checked the site and found the aircraft gone. An 11-year-old Clarksville boy had to be flown to a Nashville hospital today after he was pinned between a car and a tree. Clarksville Police spokesman Officer Jim Knoll said the 11-year-old went over to a neighbor's house on Chickasaw Court to play with a friend, but his playmate was not around, so he climbed inside of a 97 Volvo station wagon and began playing inside the car. The boy released the emergency brake and unknowingly knocked the station wagon out of gear. Police say the car was on a slight incline and started rolling forward. So the 11-year-old jumped out of the station wagon and tried to stop it from moving, but became pinned between the vehicle and a tree. The vehicle's owner heard the young boy screaming and tried to push the vehicle off of him, but had to go back in the house to get the car keys in order to move the station wagon. Police say the 11-year-old fractured his femur and hip and was flown by life flight to Vanderbilt Medical Center, where he's listed in stable condition at this hour. 2 Marshall County men are behind bars after a home invasion and armed robbery at a Griggstown Road residence Thursday morning. Around 4:50, Marshall County Sheriff's deputies, along with Benton and Calvert City police officers, responded to the 2300 block of Griggstown Road, where the victim reported a male forced his way into the home with a rifle and took prescription medications. Police say the investigation led to a traffic stop of 27-year-old Michael Nunley of Calvert City, who was charged with first-degree robbery for driving the getaway car during the home invasion armed robbery. He was also charged with DUI and other traffic-related offenses. In addition, police learned that 21-year-old Michael Bledsoe Jr. of Calvert City was the suspect that had forced his way into the home with a rifle. Authorities located Bledsoe in a camper in rural Livingston County. He was taken into custody and charged with first-degree robbery and tampering with physical evidence. Both men were lodged in the Marshall County Detention Center. The city of Mayfield is unveiling a new branding of the city on Monday. The new branding includes a new city logo as well as a reconstructed, more user-friendly website, an updated Facebook fan page, and a YouTube channel. Mayfield's new logo was unveiled yesterday with the slogan, "Discover Our Hidden Treasures." The mayor is hosting an unveiling celebration Monday afternoon from 4 to 6 o'clock at City Hall at 211 East Broadway in Mayfield. Light refreshments will be served. Murray-Calloway County Hospital has a new emergency room medical director who's well known in the area. Hospital officials announced today Dr. Graham Smith, who has worked on a part-time and full-time basis as an emergency physician since 2002, has been named to the position. Dr. Smith has worked regionally at Parkway Regional Hospital, Jackson Purchase Medical Center in Mayfield, and Marshall County Hospital, in addition to working in a family practice. He has also volunteered his services at St. Nicholas Free Clinic in Paducah. Dr. Smith is a founding member of the hospice group of Fort McLeod, former president of the medical staff at Fort McLeod Healthcare Center, chief of staff at the Marshall County Hospital from 1998 to 2000, and a current member of the Marshall County Pediatric Fatality Review Board. A Hopkins County attorney is among Governor Steve Beshear's appointments to boards and commissions this week. Governor Beshear has appointed William David Donnan of Hanson to the Mine Safety Review Commission to serve a term expiring May 23, 2015. According to the governor, Donnan will serve as chair of that commission. Governor Steve Beshear has announced some good news for Medicaid recipients in Kentucky. He said the new Medicaid plan will save state taxpayers millions of dollars over the next few years.
This week, we formalized that expansion by awarding 3-year contracts to 3 managed care organizations and renewing an existing contract. As a result, we expect to save taxpayers $375 million in general fund dollars and $1.3 billion in overall funds over the next 3 years in the Medicaid program.
The governor said the managed care contracts and other efficiencies will also balance the Medicaid budget this fiscal year and will result in the creation of 543 new jobs in the Commonwealth, which these companies will need by January 1st to administer their new contracts. 3 of the contracts are with managed care organizations that are new to Kentucky.
They are Coventry Cares of Kentucky, a Medicaid product of Coventry Health and Life Insurance of Delaware, which provides services in 8 states. Kentucky Spirit Health Plan, a subsidiary of Centene Corporation, which is based in Missouri and provides services in 12 states. And WellCare of Kentucky, a part of WellCare Health Insurance of Illinois, which provides services in 7 states.
Come October 1st, Bashir said those agencies will begin coordinating physical, mental, and dental care statewide for more than 560,000 Medicaid recipients all across Kentucky, except for the region covered by Passport Services, which serves Jefferson County Medicaid recipients and has had its contract renewed. Well, the U.S. Small Business Administration is reminding small businesses in Graves and Hickman counties in western Kentucky that July 18th is the filing deadline for federal economic injury disaster loans. The SBA declared a disaster because of drought and excessive heat that began June 1st, 2010. Now, under this declaration, the SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program is available to eligible farm-related and non-farm-related entities that suffered financial losses as a result of this disaster. Disaster loan information and application forms may be obtained by calling the SBA's Customer Service Center, 1-800-659-2955, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Well, the 60th annual Western Kentucky State Fair is winding down this weekend. Tonight at 7, the Cornhole Tournament gets underway at the Convention Center. And at the Grandstand, it's the Mid-South Truck and Tractor Pulls with the $1,000 cash drawing at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow night, for the final night of the fair, it's the Pedal Tractor Pulls outside the Convention Center at 5 o'clock, followed by the 4-H FFA Heifer and Steer Show at the Livestock Barn at 6:30. At 7 at the Convention Center, it's the Mixed Martial Arts Extreme Cage Fighting and the final night of Mid-South Truck and Tractor Pulls at the Grandstand with another $1,000 cash drawing at 9 o'clock.